The theme of today, on this channel anyway, would appear to be Islamic terror attacks in Ireland, or potential Islamic terror attacks in Ireland. For anyone that watched the video that was uploaded this morning with John Wilson, it was to do with an asylum seeker who has previous convictions for terror related offences in the UK, was deported, has found himself in Ireland or has manoeuvred himself into Ireland, and is currently being detained for threatening to commit a mass shooting event in Dublin. But he can't be named because of Irish law. He's an asylum seeker and he's entitled to his anonymity. He's still in the country as per right now. This is the second story of the day. Two of these events you may be aware of. They were fully covered as soon as they happened on this channel also. But a man, as you can see here, the headline, a man has been charged over arson at Conor McGregor's Black Forge Inn and terrorist offences. Interesting how the headline reads with arson at McGregor's Inn, but in reality, the main thing that this man, this Irish man called Abdullah Khan, was pinched for was a stabbing attack on a member of Garda in Capel Street in Dublin at around about the same time. It has since transpired that he's also linked to this arson attack on McGregor's pub. So we've got some video clips just to refresh your memories from this one, and we're going to look at what he's been pulled in for. And there's been a whole lot of cover-ups trying to be done around this one. And if you go back through my stream, probably until around about July time, I probably should have this all organized in the libraries, but I'm too damn lazy to do that. You can go and see these stories covered in full and how they have evolved over the last few months, and additional pieces of information have been added, and all of a sudden the jigsaw is complete. So the headline here reads, a 23-year-old man charged in connection with an attack in Dublin city centre in July, during which a Garda was stabbed, has been further charged with arson and terrorist offences. Arson, attacking a Garda, attempted murder, in my opinion, and also terrorist offences. What an absolute asset to society this chap is. And when the first reports came out, we were told that he's an Irish citizen, he's an Irishman. Later transpired that his name is Abdullah Khan, and he is linked to, or allegedly linked to, various organizations, or certainly motivated by a certain ideology that, let's just say, is not in the best interests of the Irish people. His address cannot be published by order of the court. He was brought before Cloverhill District Court today. That's today, fresh off the press, to face 5 additional charges, and he's still in the country. So let's have a little refresher. This is CCTV footage of him setting fire to McGregor's pub. And when this was first reported on, we were told that it was an electrical fault. It was an electrical fault, and it was brought under control by the Dublin Fire Brigade or Fire Services. Then we were told, well, it's suspicious activity. And now we've found out who the culprit is officially, and he's been linked into various other things. So this is him in action. This is Abdullah Khan in action outside the Black Forge in Dublin. Morning. No regard for other human life or property whatsoever. Dumped some flammable liquid, and there he goes. Thanks, Abdullah. It's a business in Dublin. Love McGregor, hate McGregor. Still an Irish business. He's attempting to destroy it. There could have been people in there doing work in the evening time or at night after they'd shut up. I don't know the way the thing works. Maintenance people, somebody could have been in there, unlikely at 3 o'clock in the morning, but possible, or people passing by the street as it goes up in flames with flammable liquid doused over the front of a shop before set on fire. And that's not all he's good at, is lighting things. He's good at swinging things too, namely tactical knives. This is him here attempting to well, in my opinion, when you start swinging a blade at someone towards their head or neck area, you're trying to kill them. It's attempted murder, in my opinion. But then again, we were told that he's not being done for that. It's some kind of trumped up assault charge. This took place on 2 members of Garda Síochána on a high visibility foot patrol back in July, Capel Street in Dublin. He was wrestled to the ground and physically beaten into submission before he was arrested. And then the story began to unfold slowly. So this is the news report today that's being put out into general circulation, and you can see the details of it. Quite shocking by all intents and purposes that this individual is even allowed to remain in Ireland.
Previously been charged with assault causing harm of a Garda on Capel Street on the 29th of July last, and with producing a knife which is capable of causing serious injury. He was appearing again today before Cloverhill District Court, where he faced 5 additional charges in relation to the Capel Street incident and with another alleged arson attack on Conor McGregor's pub, the Black Forge Inn in Drimnagh. The judge was told that before Mr. Khan was brought into the courtroom this morning, that 5 charges were put to him at 10:30 this morning, to which he made no reply when he was cautioned. He was charged with endangerment and attempted assault of a second Garda on Capel Street in July.
Endangerment and attempted assault, endangerment, and with the first Garda that he did manage to connect with, assault causing harm, whatever. Why? Maybe there's a legal expert out there can explain to me why this wasn't treated as 2 attempted murder charges when you're coming at a member of Garda Síochána and allegedly shouting Allahu Akbar and trying to end their lives. Why is that called assault and attempted endangerment? Does it make sense to any of you? I'm having difficulty processing this one.
And also with alleged criminal damage of the Black Forge Inn. He was also charged with 2 offences under the Terrorism Offences Act. He's allegedly engaged in terrorist activity or terrorist-linked activity in relation to both the Capel Street incident and the alleged arson attack. Now, the judge was told that the DPP has directed that he go on trial before the Special Criminal Court. No bail application was made today and no legal aid application was made either, and Judge Mitchell remanded him in custody to appear in court again next week.
So he's been remanded, so that's something to be thankful for. Normally, even when the guards advise that people should be kept behind bars, sometimes the lawyers, the solicitors, the legal aiders, they're beside themselves trying to get these psychopaths released back onto the streets again. So he's been remanded in custody until next week. The details on this one, the particular details are 2 of the charges extra charges he's being brought in are alleged terrorist offences. So following on from the upload this morning with John Wilson, that's exactly what we're talking about. Heightened threat levels for this type of attack in Ireland at the minute. And this is 2 coming along, effectively reporting on 2 coming along in one day. So the attack on the Garda happened on the 29th of July, as I've said, in Capel Street. The arson attack on McGregor's pub took place on the 25th of July. So that was, I think, a few days before it. At the time, they weren't linked because the fire at McGregor's place was being called an electrical fault initially. Then foul play was suspected, and now it turns out that this is the guy who allegedly torched it. Mr. Khan be tried before the special court. Detective Sergeant Liam McLaughlin from Bridewell Garda Station told the court that Khan made no reply when charged with 2 of the additional offences, endangerment of life and the attempted assault of a second Garda. How's he getting away with those charges? How's he getting away with those charges? Sergeant Eamon O'Neill from the Special Detective Unit told the court he charged the accused with the 3 other offences, and Mr. Khan made no reply. One of the additional charges relates to the alleged criminal damage over a fire at the Black Forge Inn. Again, if it's terrorist attack and he's committing damage, what his intention, if he could have got away with it, surely was to burn the place to the ground. I think he just wanted to cause scorch damage. Other 2 are under the Section 6 of the Criminal Justice Terrorist Offences Act. So there you go, being labelled as terrorist offences. engaging in terrorist activity during the arson and the knife attack 4 days later. And if he hadn't been pinched after that, who knows what he'd be up to by now? Or maybe he would just retired. You know, he's 23. Maybe his career as a terrorist was over. Judge Alan Mitchell noted there was no application for bail, and reporting restrictions on his address would be continued for public safety reasons and safety of other people not related to this. Apparently, again, he had 2 addresses at the time of arrest. He was flitting between two addresses. Lucky for some of you out there maybe are staying with a relative or a friend. You don't even have your own home. Sleeping in a car, maybe. Or struggling to make ends meet. This guy had 2 places that he could lay his head at night. Khan was already facing 2 charges of assault causing harm. We know that. Remanded in custody to appear again at Cloverhill District Court. So anyway, you want the evidence. You need evidence for this stuff. Right? You need evidence for this stuff. So here it is. It's not a figment of anybody's imagination. It's not a conspiracy dreamed up by people sitting on the fringe or the so-called far right. It's the right so far, not the far right. So leave me your thoughts, comments, and opinions below. Something tells me this isn't the last of a story like this that we're going to be hearing about anytime soon. It's more or less being telegraphed or telegrammed by this morning's conversation with John. And you saw the armed undercover Garda on the streets at the March for Jesus event in Dublin last Saturday. Heightened threat levels for international terrorism from MI5 in the Northern Ireland office. Severe level threat warnings. Anyway, let me know what you think below. Share this content. Let people see what's happening. People see what's being let in and allowed to remain in Ireland. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. It's easy. You hit the button and you hit the bell. It's simple as that. Or simply watch the content, comment, and share it. Either way works for me. So whoever you are, whatever you're doing, and whatever you're doing, hope it's nice. This is me, Rick Mundoris. No reward for now. Over and out.